Well, first of all, generally, I think it helps to, if you're a researcher, one of the things you want to do is for people to take notice of your research, and you hope that it has some effect in the wider world. So as a means, an additional means of communicating that research in a way without borders and barriers, in the way that printed media does have, that's one of the principal reasons. There is, in fact, a requirement on some forms of output, notably journal articles and conference proceedings with ISSN numbers, to have those in open access format. Otherwise they won't count towards the next Research Excellence Framework. So in that sense, professional role within the university, it's important, but also as an academic, it's important for those other reasons. Certainly one of the government's aim is to say that, particularly for research that's publicly funded, it should be available without financial barriers to the public, and that's one of the key drivers for open access, so in terms of both university staff and students, but the wider public too. Of course, it is a little bit more complicated than that, in that it's part of an ongoing tension and discussion with publishers in traditional formats about the extent to which they will allow open access fully to take place, or try to drive it down the so-called gold route, where people have to actually pay in order to publish. And that raises a number of challenges for us here in the university in particular, because we don't receive funding from Research Councils UK towards open access. But we have lots of other opportunities in terms of green route, so-called green route open access, and obviously our own Eudora, our own depository for open access publication, is a key part of that. Well, taking up specifically the benefits of open access for doctoral students. When I was a doctoral student, for example, if I wanted to access the theses of other students, I'd have to send away to the British Library and wait till hard copies came in the post, and then unpack them, then use them, then send them back, and all of that. Increasingly, because of a digitisation project that British Library's undertaken with higher education institutions, certainly most recent theses are all in digitised form, and work is going on doing that backwards too. So that it means, particularly for things like theses, which are not published in the traditional sense generally in the UK, that it actually does allow very direct, very immediate access for other students. It can help them to see what a thesis looks like in their area in a very convenient way, looking at that from home or from work or from wherever they're doing their doctoral research.